Well, it is Saturday morning, and I am in the office getting things ready for clients in our offices in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Did come out with a lot of content this week regarding the gun laws in New Jersey, specifically what occurred in the U.S. Supreme Court and it overturning the New York law regarding permits to carry. New York, like New Jersey, has very similar gun laws. You can get a permit to carry a gun in New York State, and you can get one in New Jersey, but it is virtually impossible to obtain one because you need to show a justifiable need to obtain that gun, and in most situations, that will not be enough for a court to approve that gun permit for you, which is what it takes in New Jersey. Now, what the Supreme Court said that requirement for a person to show a justifiable need to obtain a permit to carry a gun is unconstitutional. So while the issue is still in New Jersey, I believe that the New Jersey law will be challenged on the basis of the New York law being overturned, and very soon you will see the availability of permits to carry in the Garden State, unless the state does something to make that permit requirement more involved, and they can do that. So the way the law sits now, the justifiable need, that's going to go away in New Jersey, but I believe, given the fact that the governor is who he is, and I'm not trying to get into politics here, but I believe that New Jersey, one way around it, will institute some type of extra training or other requirements to obtain that permit to carry. And they can make that as difficult as they want to do that. I've heard that there's a potential bill in place to require some type of training or other certifications to obtain the permit to carry, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but on the flip side of it, it is extra requirements that aren't required in states like Pennsylvania, where it is much easier to obtain a permit to carry. I know that President Biden did sign some legislation, I believe it was today or yesterday, regarding gun safety, but that legislation doesn't have to do with permits to carry. It's more looking at people's right to own weapons who have criminal backgrounds. It also expands the background checks for people, I believe 18, I think it's 24 or 26 who want to own a gun, and also making it more difficult for people who have domestic violence issues to obtain a gun. So again, the New York decision, or I'm sorry, the Supreme Court decision really doesn't affect what President Biden did, but it will have effects in many states, including New Jersey. There are 6 states in the country, in addition, including New Jersey, that have very similar laws to New York. So I believe you're going to see a lot of changes with regards to permit to carry. Now, remember that New Jersey, unlike Pennsylvania, has mandatory minimum sentencing right now. So, and even that may change, but if you are found in New Jersey with a firearm, it's unlawful possession, and you're looking at a mandatory minimum 3.5-year state prison sentence under the Graves Act. Now, there are things that your attorney can do. I've written articles, I've done videos, I've done blogs on this. There are things that your attorney can do in this situation, but if you have a question, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website gamboandlaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All of my books, my blogs, my videos are available there in one convenient format. I am going to link in those blog articles that I wrote on those recent changes to the gun laws potentially in New Jersey, given the New York decision. Please check them out. In addition, I will link in the articles that I did on marijuana. Again, this is a hot issue. Our law firm tries to provide value-based content to its readers, and we look at the hottest legal issues, because that's what people care about, and that's what we want to provide as a firm, and we do that to the best of our ability. But once again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you are stopped for suspicion of DUI in Pennsylvania or DWI in New Jersey, do not refuse the chemical test. That will never help your criminal case, but do not give consent to search your person or your property. But once again, I wish you all a very good weekend. It is supposed to be very hot out this weekend. Please enjoy it responsibly. If you are arrested, don't fight with the officer. Simply follow the officer's commands. But again, don't refuse the chemical test, and don't allow the consent. Don't give consent to search your property or your person. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all very soon.